Without any redstone trap in sight, I was able to instantly vaporize this island, all with one payload of TNT. And that was just one example of the deadly weapons and powerful machines that I'll be using later on in this video. The first of which is going to require a whole bunch of llamas. So I'll quickly fly far away, build another portal, and I just randomly found a rude portal with a notch up in it. That's actually crazy. Oh my goodness, just look at this screenshot. There's actually hay bales everywhere. Honestly, quite hilarious, the types of things that I see while flying around my world. And there's our first llama, but it only spawned in a pack of 1. Actually, never mind, I see more llamas in the distance over there. I was gonna pull out name tags, but I don't need those. Alright, and now that they're both tamed, I can actually start breeding them up, and then we can get a whole family of llamas. Now I'll quickly get all these llamas on leads, and then we can take them through to the nether. Alright, now I just gotta get these guys through the portal, come on. Alright, come on. There we go. And now you're probably wondering what this actually is. Well, this here is a llama spit cannon. And obviously this isn't very dangerous, but this is meant to be like a starting place where we can build up to more and more dangerous things in the future. Ah, there. I got a wolf over here, now I just gotta bring it over to the base. Okay, who does this dog think he is? There we go. So, projectiles, the way they work is they only deal damage when they come in contact with an entity. So since the projectile spawns in contact with the entity, the game doesn't register it the game doesn't realize that it should take damage. Does this thing have any use at all? No, this is the most pointless thing I've ever built. Is it funny? Yes, this is hilarious. Okay, I actually don't want to die, this is embarrassing. Come on, llamas, be more accurate, please. Wait, where's this hitbox? Oh, this hitbox only just barely sticks out. Yes! And this next weapon I actually want to test out on a Woodland mansion, so I'm gonna quickly get a cartographer villager to sell me one of the maps. Alright, and I've actually updated to 1.21 for this, because if I get a cartographer villager, I also want to get a trial chamber map. Ooh, there we go, Woodland Mansion spotted. And first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to get obsidian for another portal. And now I'm going to the nether roof, because I'm going to make a cannon similar to the last machine using projectiles. However, this time, I'm going to use ghasts. Built this mini platform, and now I just gotta build really high up in the sky, and then hopefully we can get some gas to spawn on. Here, real quick, I'm just gonna build a spot for where the gas will go on the overworld side. Oh my goodness, wait. I just saw a gas go through there, but I'll wait for another to go through. No! Oh my goodness, wait, it spawned on the slab. And after increasing the platform size in the nether, and fixing the collection chamber in the overworld, I had finally got a system that worked. Okay, so apparently these Ghasts already started destroying this Woodland mansion. Okay, not yet. I need to save this for later. Now I've made a system that will send this minecart back and forth, constantly picking up any Ghasts that come through the nether portal, and it'll put them on this side right here. Alright, and that should probably be good enough for now. If I want more Ghasts later, I can get more. Okay, that is a lot of Ghasts. Oh my goodness. No, wait. Alright, and now we've got all the Ghasts in here. It should work perfectly. Fly down here so that they don't see me. Place this minecart there. Yes! Oh my goodness! We have a working Ghast fireball turret. This is amazing. All you can see is just the frame of a once thriving mansion. What? Okay, that's when I think I'll call it quits. That's enough destruction. This is so amazing. There is nothing left. The Allays are still alive in here. They're probably just wondering what the heck is going on. And now with that mansion burned to the ground, we can continue with the next machine. This next weapon is one of the most destructive machines out there, but it's gonna require a lot of TNT, so I'll quickly gather up some resources. Alright, and now I've got a decent amount of TNT, and now I just need to find an area that works for the machine. Well, I think I know where we're gonna put the machine. I just gotta load up all these different dispensers with TNT, and I think I have enough for 8 shots of the cannon. Oh my goodness! That is crazy! Okay, well, I'll use the last bit of TNT I have left. Oh my goodness. You know what, I'm gonna leave this here because I wanna continue to use these TNT cannons later on. And speaking of TNT cannons, I also decided to test the TNT flying machine on an unsuspecting bastion. 2 sticky pistons, sticky piston, TNT. It was a decent amount of damage, but I feel like I need more TNT for this to actually be more effective. But thing is, up until this point, we haven't really gone over many weapons that deal a lot of damage. So the next one we'll use is the Mace. So first I'll quickly buy a Trial Explorer map, grab some fireworks, and now I can fly over to the destination. Ooh, I see it coming up on the pie chart. Ooh, limes. Ooh. I didn't actually bring any ominous bottles with me, so I'm hoping I can get one from one of these vaults. Ooh, yes, let's go. And it was here that I made a few discoveries. For one, the wind charges that I use had almost zero effect on me, since my armor also had blast protection. And also, it was going to be a lot harder than I thought to get Windburst 3. You see, on average, you'll have to search 18 ominous vaults in order to get an enchanted book with Windburst. But this Windburst book will only come with Windburst 1, and I wanted Windburst 3, meaning I would have to search 4 times that amount. Oh my goodness! Finally! Yes! Oh my goodness, finally! And at this point I had gotten tired of mindlessly killing all of these mobs, so I decided to make a farm for these ominous keys. Now that I'm back here, I just gotta quickly cover up all of these spawners. So this should make it so that the spawners can't actually activate. Alright, and now it's time to build every single one of these farms. And this might take a while for me, but for you it'll be really quick. And the basic premise of this farm is that when the mobs spawn in, they immediately die due to the fire,
which was too hot for their bodies.
And their items will get funneled into a chest. Oh, I just realized these spiders can actually just climb up in the ceiling. To fix this, I placed a layer of signs and lava right on top of it. Forget the ominous keys, this is a great food farm. Well, I must be the unluckiest player alive, because I went through this entire trial chamber and I only got 4 ominous keys. And out of 20 rooms, I should get, it's 30% of 20, I should get on average 7, 6 or 7, and I got 4. I'm actually gonna set up like a 30-minute timer system somewhere here, so that I know when I can check back. Okay, so the way this clock works is when I press this button, it's gonna turn off this redstone port for a second, and then dispense an item onto this pressure plate. So if you didn't know, items take 5 minutes to despawn. So by having 6 items in there, that means it'll last for 30 minutes. So as soon as this item despawns on the pressure plate, it'll dispense another item and keep dispensing until that's all done. Also, we'll quickly stop off at the old raid farm to get more ominous bottles. And over time, the timer system got more and more sophisticated until I had built an entire railway system connecting all of the spawners. Yeah, that's the perfect amount, yes. That actually works. Every time that there's an item on the pressure plate, the piston will be extended. So as soon as all of the items despawn, I'll be pushed up by the water back onto the rail. And after AFKing for multiple hours, I have almost a stack of ominous trial keys, so I'm gonna go looking for more of these trial chambers, and hopefully we can find more of the Windburst books. Oh my goodness. Come on, please. Yes! Ooh. Yes! Can you imagine? Oh my goodness, I am crazy! Okay, that is the most insane luck that I've ever seen in my life. It took me longer to build the farm than it did to find those 3 books. Why did it take so long to get the first one? Yeah, so it took me 38 ominous vaults to get the first Windburst book, but then it only took me like maybe 12 to get the next 3. That is actually some stupid luck right there. Windburst 3. That there is a maxed out mace.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, wait. Wait, the Windburst didn't even apply. What? So, yeah. I just spent all that time getting an enchantment that only works with my backup set of armor. Whatever. I still want to use this weapon to kill a very powerful mob. Now I just have to repair my pickaxe real quick. And now we can test the mace. That was 100% my first time trying that. But first I'll quickly fly back to this base here, because then what I'll do is I'll grab my backup set, which doesn't have blast protection on it. But if we're actually going to use this, we gotta try it on a much more difficult boss, such as the Warden. And luckily for me, somewhere in this ocean I actually have a Warden, because at one point I had to get every advancement, and one of those requires you to have every single status effect at the same time. I do have to be careful, so I'll grab out I'll grab out a whole bunch of enchanted golden apples. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm really bad at this. That's what I'm learning from this. Yes! I know that was very easy because this guy is trapped in a box, but... And if you thought what we've done so far is pretty cool, you just wait until we get to the very end of the video. So, as you can see right now, I'm just collecting resources, because what we're gonna make right now is an arrow railgun. And you're probably bored of watching me collect resources, so while I do that, I can explain to you how this machine works. Now you might know that arrows deal more damage the faster they're traveling, and that arrows can also be accelerated by explosions like TNT and wind charges. However, I want to make a machine that's reusable, and as you've seen from the previous machines, I am running low on TNT. But what if there was a way to infinitely stack duped TNT in one block? Introducing lazy chunks. Put simply, lazy chunks are a ring of chunks which Minecraft loads at the edge of your render distance. In these chunks, redstone works just fine, but entities don't get processed, meaning TNT won't burn its fuse time. I know here it looks like the TNT is moving, but that's just my client guessing where the TNT would be. And finally, the TNT duper that I used to design this machine is from a machine that we'll use later on in the video. Oh my goodness. Bro. And the last material I need is just powdered snow. And I might as well also grab a bunch of extra powdered snow, because I will need it for later on in the video. And then I'll load up the Light Magicka file, I changed my mind. I want to build it on this beach here. Alright, and last thing for this machine is I've just gotta place in this TNT here. That should be it. Oh, and actually I forgot, I have to make a chunk loader because this machine, as I mentioned, relies on lazy chunks. By placing the observer here, and yes, there we go. Okay, and now what I'll do is I'll turn on hitboxes, push this piston a couple times to align the arrows. Alright, now I'll turn my render distance down so that I'm not loading the machine, but I'll wait for about 2 minutes, and then the machine should be done.
2 minutes later.
Oh my goodness! Yes, it worked! Oh my goodness! Dude, it broke my armor! Oh my goodness, this machine is powerful. I'm gonna need to get another set of armor, bro. And now we're gonna use it to take out a whole bunch of withers. And so I quickly re-geared and got back to building a wither skeleton skull farm. And so theoretically, if I just sit here, wither skeletons should start coming through the portal. Okay, so it turns out I just completely forgot to light this portal, so... there. Oh, okay. At least I know it's working, oh my goodness. Okay, this is not good. Okay, well I got my first skull, but this is really inefficient. Okay, well turns out part of the spawning sphere intersects with a nether waste and a crimson forest biome, so... so this is quite the predicament. I ran out of food. Yes, oh my goodness. Okay, so I went through this portal, and I'm getting beaten up by a whole bunch of wither skeletons. Wait. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, my heart. Okay, so I've got just over 100 wither skulls, but I'm gonna keep on going because I want to get just about 40 withers that we can spawn it. And I've actually gone past that, and I've gotten enough skulls for, I think, 50 withers, which is going to be absolutely crazy. In order to make the setup, I'm gonna need a lot of dispensers so that I can spawn all the withers at once. But even though this idea was cool on paper, if I failed this would mean that all 50 withers would go loose.
Could you beat all the withers if you really tried?
Okay, well that didn't work. That didn't work. Oh my goodness! I had mistimed the cannon, and therefore I had to fight off 50 withers. Leave me alone! Oh my goodness. No! Hold on to the sea turtle! Oh my goodness, my helmet broke. It's scared, it's coming out of retirement. And once the majority of the withers had been killed, I went to go pick off the rest of them. Oh no, no. Oh. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Yes! I think that's every single one, dude. I do not have anywhere near 20 or 50 and nether stars, but I didn't pick up every single one. And in the process of that fight, I managed to make my Minecraft world look like an anarchy server. But this is nothing compared to the destructive capabilities of the next machine. Now, the final machine that we are going to be building, the Orbital Strike Cannon. Although this machine is going to require a ridiculous amount of materials, so let the material gathering montage begin. Okay, so I've just gathered the materials for the actual machine itself, but now I'm just realizing that I'm also going to need the materials for the nether side of the machine, so I'll go get those real quick. Actually, so that this glass is constantly cooking, I'm just going to move this over to the actual spawn chunks, because in 1.21, I think the spawn chunks got changed to be smaller. After collecting the glass and other needed resources, I found a spot on the ocean to start building the machine. Interestingly enough, this machine also uses lazy chunks similar to the last machine. However, it is much more complex, so I recommend checking out Cubic Meter to better understand how this machine works. And I've just got to keep on building. Now the last step to complete this machine is we gotta take these custom named items and put them in their respective hoppers. This will allow us to input specific coordinates for where we want the cannon to fire, and also the type of payload. And to ensure this machine worked, I double and triple checked all the composters, dispensers, droppers, and chests within the machine, to confirm they had the right amount of items. And obviously I waited until the very end to place the TNT so that nothing exploded while I was building it. Now it's time for a test fire. And typing in random payload settings into this Excel spreadsheet tells me that I'm going to need a count of 50 and a trim of 3 for both the X and Z direction. For the payload type, I'll choose stab charge, throw all of these items into the chest minecart, press the note block. In order to be able to actually watch the machine, I'm going to have to turn off this redstone system here. And now, we can start the firing sequence. Normally I wouldn't be able to watch the machine as it's working, but I had replaced the main TNT duper with cobblestone so that I could test that it actually works. And in a second, it should send this flying machine going up. There we go. And if all has worked correctly, we should have the TNT duping array fire now. Oh, come on, let's go. And there it goes, it's sending the flying machine up and up. And after that success, I wanted to test the machine on a real target. First up, the stab charge. Oh my gosh! And now it's time for the nuke. Okay, so it could theoretically happen any minute. Like, okay. So that was less damage than expected. But all that means is that I put the powdered snow block too low. Since I'm so confident that this machine is gonna work this time, I'm gonna load not 1, not 2, but 3 different nukes all at the same time. And the reason that I got this fishing rod was so that I can activate the machine from anywhere, using this quick little system. Use the fishing rod. Start the firing sequence. Once I pull this fishing rod, it should fire the missile. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! is insane.